Let me welcome all of you who are watching this video on my YouTube channel, The GeoEcologist. And as you know that every time whenever there is a successful student of mine, I do this interactive session and I share, details of their preparation, their journeys with you very informally, very casually. So yet another session here with my dear student Sree Krishna, and he's from Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad right now. And he is also one of those students who, right from his early days of preparation, was attached with me and still is attached with me. And for all through his online courses, through answer writing courses, and lot many other things that happened. So I want all of you to, take a look into his journey details and watch this video till the end because he's going to talk it about, the details of strategy and everything. So how it all started. But first of all, I'm very proud as a teacher and a mentor, and so congratulations to Sri. And now, Sri, the stage is yours and you can speak your heart out.
Thank you, sir, for such a lovely introduction. And yes, sir, I'm really happy that I've been part of your teaching and having learned a lot of geography from you. I still remember to have come across your video and your course when I was stuck with human geography, the perspectives part, which was very confusing to me at the beginning. I felt it was very dry to me to learn human geography, the perspectives part, especially on my own. I took up Majid Hussain, the textbook, and started reading it. I found it extremely difficult to understand. Then I joined your course, especially with human geography in mind. But I went through the entire classroom session from physical geography, human geography, as well as Indian geography. It kind of helped me very much in easily understanding the subject. I'm very happy, sir, to be part of it.
So it was great part. And further, you can keep continue with your process and journey, how you started with your first attempt, your mains exam for the first time, then you took a break, then this year, what happened? So discuss it all.
I gave my first attempt in 2021. Then I couldn't clear prelims. In 22, I wrote mains. But that time also, though I was part of your classroom course, I couldn't clear mains by just 6 marks. And that year, the culprit was ethics. In geography, I scored in geography I scored very well. To my standards, I scored 250. And then in 2023, again, I lost in prelims. 2023 CSAT was out of this world. Everybody knows
Of
it.
course.
And 2024, again, I did my prelims well. And I remember on the day of prelims itself, I messaged you that I wanted a geography test series so that I can write well this time as well. One of the reasons that I tested you that day was because of the 30-minute blank paper writing that you made us do while throughout the course to pick up a topic and start writing for 30 minutes. That really helped me in improving my speed of answer writing, sir. So that is one thing which I really learned from you. And the other aspect that I really wanted to make a point here in this video was the idea of simplifying the answer writing practice, sir. For example, I remember when we were doing Davis model uh, of the cycle of erosion,
Right.
wherein you kind of simplified the entire idea to a normal life of a human being and then easily be able to understand it and put that in paper for 4 pages, and also divide the answer between diagram and the written part.
Yes. Right.
Half of the paper should be diagram, half of the paper should be written content, and to also ensure that I cut down the number of words that I use when I use a diagram. That kind of helped me a lot.
Right. So, so from the last mains when you scored about 250 plus to this mains when you have good score in general studies also, and obviously the great score in geography. So how has the journey been? What did you see that this year it was like you were confident about this year?
The last time I wrote, I scored 118 in paper two. So this time I wanted to make sure that I improve my score in paper two. And surprisingly, I scored really well in paper two, almost more than 150. So one thing that I perhaps included this time more was the connection of the concept of paper one to the application in paper two.
Right. I always mention
And
that paper one and two should be done integratively.
yes, yes. Whenever I write about the location of industries in India, I definitely made sure to refer to Weber's theory of location of industries. So essentially, making sure that I write the geographer from paper one and also substantiate with that with an Indian example,
Right.
so that the answer looked a little more fulfilled. And also, I collected a lot of case studies this year so that I was able to drop them wherever I needed. And one other important aspect that I included this year will be the usage of maps. For
Right.
every question I wrote in mains this year, I gave a map, no matter how irrelevant it looked. But I somehow made the answer geographic by ensuring that I put some map. That was one. For example, there was a question on Panchayati Raj, the success of Panchayati Raj,
Right.
where I did not feel map was relevant. Yet I put a map for a case study I was writing. For example, there was a case study of Namakkal in Tamil Nadu,
Tamil Nadu.
which was known for some good thing as a municipality or as a panchayat raj. Then I drew a map, made Namakkal on the map, and put it because I had nothing to write more. That like that, I kind of improvised on putting maps. So that is one uh, additional thing that I did this year.
Great, great. So it sounds really amazing how our answer writing sessions and classroom discussions finally, when things culminate, it sounds very nice. While you're doing the
Yes,
process, sometimes, you
it
don't
was very
understand.
difficult. Yeah.
So a lot of things happened. And of course, uh, many things that you go through alongside preparation, family, this, that, so many tensions, so many anxieties and other things. You balanced everything for last 3, 4 years nicely. And finally you come through with good rank. I assume that you'll get a better rank. I mean, from my standards, when you were writing answer last time, I thought you'll be getting rank under top 50, top 100. I was assuming that already because you had achieved that level, that standard already. But anyway, maybe some here and there, and you could have given, you could have scored maybe a little more marks in, say, a personality test, where I found that many people have scored. So that could have been one area. I mean, so how was your interview? How was your personality test? Is what it was difficult, or it was like some problem happened?
It was very unexpected, sir. All the mock interviews that I gave, a lot of questions were asked from my DAF, detailed application form, and in the actual interview, nothing was asked from the DAF.
Okay.
So that was very surprising for me. Uh, the moment I sat down, ma'am started asking questions which are very factual,
Okay.
bilateral investment treaties, etc., etc., which kind of unsettled me at that moment.
Okay.
So the very at the outset, I got a little unsettled. Maybe that's the reason I couldn't show my personality well. But
Mm-hmm.
this time around, I feel I've written the prelims yesterday, and I'm scoring well. I hope to clear it.
Yeah, of course.
And this time around as well, I would like to join your test series as well,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. This time, especially for all these viewers, I would like to mention that Shree is coming for this right from the 5th June. We are already in process of, registration. So we'll be doing this answer writing course, and Shree is going to be part of it again. So whosoever is joining my answer writing course will have an interaction with Shree personally as well. And you would be able to look into his answer as well, and you'll be able to, improve your answer as well. So that's from my side as well. And because he was interested, that sir, let me have another session. So that is the new thing that's going to be part of it. Now, I would like to say that this is your journey from, say, a perspective of now you have qualified and things. Now, talk a little on the airs around UPSC. Now, because you're in a position where you can talk about how the market around UPSC is there, how the coachings around the UPSC is there, how you found me as a personal mentor, and what is this all situation. Try and simplify it for people who sometimes think that coming to Delhi and preparing is must, or say spending a lot of lakhs of rupees in big coaching institute is must. So try and simplify this for those kind of people who don't have much of resources, so it will be easy for them to grasp these things, and it will give them some confidence that I want from your side.
Mm, having been in this journey for almost 4.5 years now,
Right.
in the beginning, I was literally blown away by the so much of sophistication that people have put into the idea of UPSC. Uh, for example, there are a lot of coaching material that is available. A lot of people uh, give suggestions on going through big books like Savinder Singh or Majid Hussain.
Right.
And even I remember to have bought all of those books and started doing all of them from the beginning, from the scratch, from end to end. Uh, and I found myself lost doing all that. As I said, when I stumbled upon your geoecologist, one of the things that really helped me was to demystify the entire thing into simpler ideas, sir.
Right.
Uh, for example, the conceptual clarity was easy, and the notes that you gave by those PDFs and all, they kind of helped me cut down the amount of stuff that I refer to.
Right.
And also, I made a short notes out of the smaller PDF that you already gave. I simplified that so that I can by heart some definitions, some examples,
Key points.
which come into my mind right away the moment I see a keyword in the question.
Right.
And that helped me really well, sir.
Right. So,
Especially in physical geography part as well as the perspective part of human geography.
right.
The moment we look at a keyword in the question, we have to start writing something, be it a definition or an introduction with geographer, the
Right.
book he wrote, or a small concept like that. So
True.
that while we are writing the definition, which is already in our brain, we have by hearted it already. While we are writing that, we can plan the body part so that we don't waste much of the time that goes into writing one answer.
Right. Right.
That way, I think simplifying and reducing the notes that we have is one of the primary steps that I would suggest, sir.
Right.
Which your mentorship really helped. I have been referring your the PDF that you gave from 2022. The same thing I keep reading it every year till now. So that is like the foundation thing that you write, and
Right.
you add value by way of examples and case studies.
Right.
That small notes alone will not be sufficient. We
Mm-hmm.
should just add more value addition to the
Of course.
basic foundational stuff that you write. And
Right.
also, sir, one observation that I really realized of late is UPSC is asking questions which are very application oriented. It's
Right.
not direct geographical facts anymore, so that the question is in such a way that one has to write geographical foundational level stuff as well as add value as to how you use it in, let's say, combating landslides.
Right.
One must know where landslides happen and what the concept of landslide is, but you should also come up with examples of the recent happenings and add value by how, let's say, Indonesia is doing in addressing and mitigating landslides, or how Taiwan is doing, etc.,
Right.
etc.
Right.
So it's a mix of both. And in such a scenario, I think concentrating more on the conceptual part alone is actually a waste of time. Conceptual part, I think we should rely on sources that give us clarity very easily,
Right.
and do value addition from newspapers and case studies from outside.
Right.
So, conceptual clarity in simple form, in simple English, is what I got from you, sir.
Right. So,
Which,
what I was also wanting you to speak, because as a mentor, I shouldn't say this. I want you to tell that, is content the only thing that is required, or how you deal the content and the ways in which you should look into the content, because there is flood of information, and every second person on my YouTube channel or everybody is keep asking me what to read, which content to read. You remember I created e-videos, ebooks for all those contents, and on the
yes.
website, only to sort it out that you just take this ebook and study it and just do it, so that it's becoming easy. But still I see many people in this, some sort of thing is there around, that people are still running after too much of content rather than actually learning limited content and revising it, and value
Yeah.
addition that you said. So just give some tips for geography optional students specifically, that how to actually tackle geography optional, because many people have changed their optionals to geography now this year. From sociology, from other discipline, many people have changed to geography optional. So I want you to speak for people who are opting geography optional, at least 2, 3, 4, 5 points which they should keep in mind.
In fact, I shared your materials that you gave
Right.
in class, the PDFs with my friends, and all of them were asking you, you scored 155 with just this. And I was saying the same thing, sir. The questions that are being asked of late are not direct factual geographic stuff.
Right.
They are basically the question wants you to give a geographical background to the question that is asked and add recent value addition.
Right.
Like I said, the landslides example that I just gave
True.
is one of the best examples that comes to my mind right now, sir. Uh, from your notes, I think the foundational content that, as I said, is more than sufficient. Content wise, I don't think there is nothing else that an aspirant has to go through.
Right.
But but parallelly, what he has to do all through the year is, while reading for GS, for prelims or for mains, while he reads the current affairs, he must be able to pick a geographical a topic that comes in the news and link it with geography syllabus,
Right.
so that the basic content that you gave must be the foundation, and on top of that all these new case studies, examples must be added on top of it. What I specifically used to do is, I used to collect three important dimensions with respect to this value addition. One would be the reports from, let's say, IPCC,
Various agencies.
World
Right.
Bank, Asian Development Bank, etc., etc. That gives reports on, let's say, urbanization, topics like climate change, which are often in the question paper,
Right.
and I used to use them as the second line after introduction.
True.
For example, if a question is on population growth, I used to write basic definition from your notes, and I used to add one line from these international organization on migration, for example, one
Right.
report from one static, one fact from that. Then the second thing that I would suggest is case studies. In case studies, in problems or issues. You never used to like the word issue, but yeah, challenge. For example, challenges in urbanization. Again, what comes to my mind is, I recently noted down facts, problems, or challenges in urbanization in Rio, the capital of Brazil.
Right.
So that is one example or one case study. Again, the other aspect of it is case study or example for a way forward. How is a country dealing with, or how, for example, that what comes to my mind right away is how Copenhagen deals with cloudbursts.
Cloud bursts.
Cloudburst
Absolutely.
has always been in news.
Right.
So, like this, I used to make three different reports, three different files, one for reports, one for problems or issues, and one for solutions.
Right.
And whenever I used to write an answer, I used to make sure that I deliberately introduced these case studies in my answer. That used to be my, that used to be one thing that was going in my mind.
Right.
Whenever let's say we are doing urban geography, I used to write a quote or a definition or basic concept from your notes and top it up with this examples and case studies from the files I was creating. It
Right.
was very simple idea, sir, but it takes 1 year of gradual note
Ah,
making and application.
right. Right. Absolutely. And what else is I wanted to ask you that you can share with the viewers, that another aspect is that how much is this, sitting at home and online learning through the courses, or do every aspirant needs to visit, big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, wherever is these big coaching institutes? What do you think the role of, heavy, bigger coaching institutes, and what about those people who cannot afford? Anything for those people that sitting at home they can do it themselves? Some tips for those new, beginners. There will be many people who will be watching you from down south, so maybe people from Tamil Nadu, from Kerala, from Andhra, and from Karnataka Karnataka, many students who cannot come to Delhi for all the way for coaching institute. So share something for them to look into that, how sitting at home they can prepare and they can actually make it.
You're looking at the live example. I've never been to Delhi for any coaching. I have not taken any classroom coaching except the geoecologist, for that too are optional. I think, sir, online now a lot of material is available, and one has to just fall in that groove of preparing. For that, I would suggest linkage of your daily current affairs from any website or any blog, from of any coaching institute,
Right,
and always keeping the syllabus sheet in mind,
right,
and the normal standard books that are available for GS.
right,
In fact, the practice of collecting case studies and reports that I used to do, I was doing it from online. I never relied on any coaching institute as such.
mm-hmm.
And that helped me not just in geography, but also in GS, because GS and geography have a lot of syllabus that overlaps.
Right,
So that way, it also helped me there. I don't think coming to Delhi is essential, at least at this point. Maybe for interview,
interview and other mock tests or
if one
anything.
has to give offline marks so that one gets used to that kind of environment, I think going to Delhi would work. But normal preparation for 1 year for giving prelims and then 3 months for giving mains, I don't think online is sufficient.
Right,
And now that the test series have also become online, one can just upload
paper, yeah,
his answer sheet and get it corrected. I think that is, things have become very simple now.
right.
Going to Delhi, I don't think has any value. In fact, that is actually distracting to me. Sitting at our home in comfort and reading is the best thing perhaps now.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
I wanted to break these kind of myths through you, who has now gone through the grind and now have become successful, so that you tell these youngsters, these people who are now starting with preparation, so that it makes more meaningful to them. So that's what I wanted to. And last but not least, anything that you want to share on a personal ground related to the management of time, and how you manage the anxiety and stress before examinations or anything, because you have been preparing for 3 4 years, so you know how to handle pressure situations. So any last tips for those kind of things, like somebody's in tension, somebody has some family issue, something happens, but alongside you're preparing, so how to handle that part? Just say some words for that part.
uh,
Anything through your
honestly,
experience. Nothing, I don't want a theory here, but I just want how you think about it.
Honestly, if you ask the same question to my parents, they would have said that I didn't manage them. I didn't manage my emotions pretty well myself. But one thing that can help a lot of people, especially dealing with exam anxiety, is that one has to focus more on application of whatever we have learned, rather than continuing more and more learning.
Right.
When it comes to prelims, that translates to writing more marks. And when it comes to mains, that translates to writing more answers,
More answers.
writing fast answers. That basically gives us a cushioning, a mental cushioning for going to the exam being confident
Right.
that I've been through this already in my place of study. I've written this mark. I've scored this many. I've written so many answers, so I'm already confident. So that alone, the application or going through doing things actively, that itself is going to reduce our mental stress, sir. More than just taking book and reading passively for hours and hours. I don't think that will give you a mental a cushioning.
Right.
That is what I will definitely say.
Right.
The
So,
fundamental takeaway from me after having been through this exam process for 4.5 years is do more things actively rather than doing it them or reading books passively.
right.
Write marks, write answers. You try and come out with your creativity onto the paper. That's how you learn. Instead
Right.
of learning from other books, other papers, and other notes.
Right. So anyway, and we'll be continuing with you in this coming answer writing series as well. So people who will be joining answer writing will have a chance to interact with you there as well. So we'll talk more on answer writing in those sessions, and few of those videos maybe from answer writing also I'll put on YouTube for free, apart from those people who have taken it for a paid course. So that I'll do so that it helps more and more people. And yes, so that's largely what I wanted to talk to you as in for this video, and then rest of the talk we'll do it in person, whatever is the plan for future. So anyway, and again, congratulations. So it feels really
Thank
nice,
you,
a
sir.
little surreal experience while we are recording this video. Once we thought that there will be a day when you will get successful, and that day we'll be talking about it. So that day has come. So I really, as a teacher, as a mentor, what else I can feel, it's the best feeling as in from my perspective. And of course, you have a huge responsibility now because you have become an IS officer already. So now the training and actually the posting and then the new journey that you'll have. So all the best wishes for that. And whenever you require me for anything which is practically, I say this to all my civil servants, my students, that if you require anything where I can contribute to anything in your area where you are working when you are posted, so let me know. So I'll happily come and try and look into those challenges, as I say. I don't say issues and problems, as you know. So that'll be fun. So that'll be
Sir,
great.
one thing that I wanted to say, now that you were telling about how you are available mentally to and psychologically, I remember that I called you, I think one day before the actual geography optional exam, and you kind of calmed my nerves down. That I remember. I had the language paper the next day, but I was very concerned about how I am going to write my optional the day after. So I kind of called you, and you just calmed my nerves and said, just go with whatever you know, and be ready to face bouncers and hit them for a pull shot. I
Yeah.
remember you said that. Yeah, thank you.
So that's really now feels so good about those kind of conversations and all those predictions that we did together. So it was great, and thank you for sparing this time. I'm sure you're very busy with a lot of things happening around you once you're qualified and your results are out. So a lot of things happen. Anyway, when you're coming to Delhi, we'll be meeting in person. And for now, this video will be uploaded for all the people to see and watch. So guys who are watching this video, do comment in the box. And if you're joining answer writing course, you'll have a chance to meet Sree as well in person, and you'll be connecting with me. So we'll have a great time writing answers, learning, and preparing for upcoming examinations. So all the best wishes to all the viewers from Shree's side and my side and all of us. Let's make it a better learning environment, a better learning place. That's my wish. So all the best. So
Thank
Shree,
you, sir.
thank
And all
you.
the best to all the aspirants who are watching. Thank
Yeah,
you.
chalo. Thank you.